Hey everyone, today we are diving into a story that's simmering to perfection, with twists you won't see coming. That guy was like a video game character, spitting out 28 grand right from the get-go, causing a ruckus for a week straight. Then he vanished, but surprise, she was still around, with Wu Zhizhen acting like a spy, daintily wiping the table. Seizing the moment, she dropped a note in front of old Zhang, revealing she had seen right through it all, while old Zhang kept playing detective. Wu Zhizhen was delivering clothes smoothly, while old Zhang was tailing her like a puppy. She had caught on long ago. She sped up mercilessly, while old Zhang played night, only to find his tire punctured. That's when old Zhang noticed footprints beside him, realizing someone lurked in the shadows. The clue, old Zhang lost interest in work. He visited the dry cleaners again and ran into Wu Zhizhen's performance. His hands were flailing like an octopus, while Wu Zhizhen tried her best not to fight back, awkward situation alert. She deliberately knocked over a metal bucket, instantly redirecting the boss' attention. He escaped to the front desk, bumping into old Zhang picking up clothes, while the boss chased but missed them. Unfazed, Wu Zhizhen continued holding her fingers, while a profanely chatting buzzcut guy came in. Old Zhang, already in a foul mood, slapped the buzzcut guy, and though Wu Zhizhen remained poker-faced, old Zhang couldn't help but feel quite smug, with a slight upturn at the corners of his mouth. It was as if he thought he earned some brownie points in front of her, and even though they hadn't spoken, they left together after work. Old Zhang finally mustered the courage to say the line he had been holding back, and surprisingly, Wu Zhizhen didn't refuse. She smiled back. She turned to old Zhang and said she could be a teacher, leaving his mind swirling with a mix of emotions. Little Wang appeared, knowing old Zhang wished to solve the case, yet offered advice. Look, I'm using some creative methods. Don't mess this up for me. Who said I was quitting drinking? I just find something to do, otherwise, life's gonna knock me out for sure. Wu Zhizhen was gliding like a pro, while old Zhang was falling flat on his face, but old Zhang couldn't keep up. She danced through the rink, ignoring him. Suddenly, she turned onto a secret path. Old Zhang chased desperately, finally tackling her. He pinned her down, nervous, as the culprit lurked in the dark, ready to strike. Surprisingly, old Zhang instinctively steadied her, and Wu Zhizhen didn't struggle. Little Wang was in sheer panic, and to break the eerie tension, he pretended to be the venue's manager and started yelling, "Where do you think you're sliding off to? The fridge isn't even returned yet." Old Zhang snapped back, but still tense, they returned the skates and hopped into a taxi. The awkward vibe lingered, but old Zhang was fixated on the woman, with the truck creeping up behind. The driver was sporting a pair of ice skates, tailing them all the way to the cinema, only to realize there were more shadows in tow, but the guy was onto them, cleverly hiding in the dim alley, and wouldn't you know it, it turned out to be the already dismembered Liang. Little Wang approached him, hastily pulling out his phone to dial for assistance. Yet just a second had passed when misfortune befell him. Old Zhang, overwhelmed with guilt, sought clues in Little Wang's car, only to find a note with a license plate. That note turned out to be pivotal, but after all his efforts, it was revealed to be linked to a city bus. He decided to roll the dice, only to discover it was all a huge blunder due to Little Wang misremembering a number. Yet a familiar pair of ice skates showed up on the street, and only then did old Zhang realize Liang Zhizhen was tailing him. While slurping noodles, he was blindsided by a pair of glaring ice skates. Finally realizing the killer was right in front, not daring to confront the killer head-on, old Zhang simply got up and left for the dance hall. In the dim light, he finally managed to slip away and stumbled upon Liang Zhizhen's hideout. Turns out he was working at a transport yard where the missing body parts were hidden. Old Zhang followed him to the overpass. A sense of unease crept. Liang Zhizhen bent down to open a bag which revealed none other than Little Wang's body. Old Zhang watched quietly, piecing the puzzle together. Liang Zhizhen stood atop the overpass and tossed the body parts onto passing trains, while old Zhang kept on his stealthy pursuit. But suddenly, a light bulb went off in old Zhang's head. He rushed to the broadcast station and shouted the name of the forgotten victim. Liang Zhizhen, someone's looking for you. The man bolted in panic. That was precisely old Zhang's plan. Old Zhang chased after the fleeing figure but tripped and fell heavily. What a hilarious twist. Old Zhang excitedly reported to his boss, only to meet indifference, unlike Little Wang's enthusiasm. The police brought Wu Zhizhen, sent old Zhang to negotiate, aiming to capture Liang Zhizhen. The atmosphere chilled like a freezer. Flat out said how Liang Zhaizhen operated back in the day, using his driver identity to pull off the dumping scheme. Wu Zhizhen could only weep silently, as if those memories were crushing back into her heart. Finally, she let the past spill out back in 1999. Her very first mission went south and ended up picking the worst case scenario. I made sure you'd never find him, and in the end, I tricked all of you. Although Liang Zhaizhen has vanished, he still haunts Wu Zhizhen, living nearby under a different name, always watching.